The truth is finally out. After years of speculation, whispers, and countless fan theories, Wang has broken his silence and revealed the truth about his 3-year-old daughter with Shen Yue. Before we dive into every heart-stopping detail, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any emotional updates about Wang, Shen Yue, and their beautiful journey together as a family. It all began earlier today during what was supposed to be a light-hearted interview. Wang appeared calm, collected, and more open than ever before. The show's host began by asking him about his career, his upcoming projects, and his life in general, but the atmosphere changed the moment the host gently mentioned Shen Yue's name. Dylan's smile softened, and his eyes glistened as he took a deep breath. Then, for the first time, he said the words fans had been waiting years to hear. "Yes," he said quietly, "Shen Yue and I have a daughter. She's 3 years old now, and she's my greatest joy." The studio fell completely silent. For a moment, even the cameras seemed to hesitate. You could almost hear the heartbeat of every fan around the world as those words echoed across the internet. In an instant, social media platforms exploded. Hashtags like #dylanwang daughter, #Shen Yue family, and #Wang Yue forever began trending globally. Fans who had followed their story for years couldn't contain their emotions. One fan tweeted, "I'm crying so hard right now. He finally said it. After everything, after all the hiding and rumors, it's real." Another wrote, "So they were protecting their child all along. That's love. That's maturity. That's family." For years, fans had suspected that Wang and Shen Yue shared more than just professional chemistry. Their bond on and off the screen had always felt too real to be just acting. Their Meteor Garden days created a love story that lived on in millions of hearts, but what no one knew then was that their real-life story was unfolding quietly behind the cameras. During the interview, Dylan finally opened up about why they kept their daughter a secret. His voice was calm but full of emotion. "We wanted to give her a normal life," he said. "Fame can be overwhelming, and we didn't want her to grow up under pressure or in the public eye. She deserves peace, not paparazzi." It was a statement that resonated deeply with fans and fellow celebrities alike. Dylan didn't reveal his daughter's name, but he described her in a way that melted everyone's hearts. "She has Shen Yue's smile," he said with a proud grin, "and her laugh is like sunlight. She's curious about everything, just like her mom." The audience could see how emotional he was. There was a tremor in his voice when he added, "When she says Baba and runs into my arms, everything else in the world disappears. I don't care about fame, money, or rumors, I just care about my family." As clips of the interview began circulating online, fans around the world couldn't hold back their tears. For so long, there had been whispers, sightings of Dylan and Shen Yue at family parks, blurry photos of them shopping for toys, rumors that Shen Yue had taken a break from acting for personal reasons. Now, it all made sense. The puzzle pieces fit perfectly. One viral post read, "All those times they disappeared from the spotlight, they were being parents. Quietly, lovingly, privately. This is what true love looks like." Another user wrote, "I remember when people said Dylan and Shen Yue were over. Turns out they were just building something real, a home." As the interview continued, Dylan was asked the question everyone wanted to know, how does Shen Yue feel about finally revealing the truth? His answer was both touching and powerful. "She's at peace," he said softly. "We talked about this for a long time. We both felt the time was finally right. Our daughter is growing, she's happy, and we wanted to be honest with our fans, the people who've loved us since day one." It wasn't just what Dylan said, but how he said it. His tone carried the weight of 3 years of silence, of protecting the people he loves most. You could feel that every word came straight from his heart. He also revealed a few heartwarming details about their family life that sent fans into an emotional spiral. "Every night before bed," he said, smiling shyly, "I tell her stories about how her mom and I met. She doesn't fully understand yet, but she always asks, 'Did Mama smile at you first?' And I tell her yes, because that's how it felt. Shen Yue's smile was the beginning of everything." At that moment, even the interviewer was visibly touched, eyes glistening with emotion. Dylan continued, saying that their daughter loves drawing, music, and running around the garden of their home in Chengdu. She loves animals, he laughed. We have a little white rabbit that she named Moon. She says it reminds her of Mama because she's always gentle and bright. Within hours of the interview's broadcast, the internet was overflowing with reactions. Artists began sketching fan art of Dylan, Shen Yue, and their little girl surrounded by cherry blossoms, a symbol of renewal and pure love. That single post confirmed everything and melted the hearts of millions. Within an hour, it had over 5 million likes. Fans commented, "This is pure love, and we've waited years to see this moment, worth every second." In the hours that followed, major news outlets around Asia and beyond began covering the story. Dylan Wang confirms he's a father, read one headline. The secret family that stole everyone's hearts, wrote another. Entertainment pages described it as one of the most emotional and sincere celebrity revelations in recent memory. Behind all the glitz and fame, this story was about something deeper: love, patience, and protection. Dylan and Shen Yue chose to prioritize their child's happiness over public attention, and that decision earned them even more respect from their fans. Many longtime supporters of the couple expressed that this revelation felt like closure, like the final piece of a love story that started years ago on screen and quietly blossomed into something real off-screen. They're proof that real love can survive fame, one fan commented. They built their family in silence, and now they're sharing it with the world with such grace. Toward the end of the interview, Dylan looked into the camera, smiled gently, and said, "Thank you for understanding why we kept her private. We wanted her to grow surrounded by love, not cameras. But I felt it was time to tell the truth because our fans are like family too. You've been with us since the start." Those final words felt like a warm hug to everyone watching. In a world where celebrity lives are often overexposed, Dylan and Shen Yue reminded everyone that some love stories are better protected, nurtured quietly until they're ready to shine. As the video of his confession continues to spread online, it's clear that this isn't just a trending topic, it's a moment that's touched millions. Fans everywhere are celebrating not just the truth, but the beauty of how it was revealed. Dylan Wang and Shen Yue have once again proven that love doesn't need grand announcements or flashy displays. Sometimes, it's in the small things: a father's smile, a mother's gentle hand, and a child's innocent laugh. And now, after years of silence, the world finally gets to witness the truth behind the fairy tale. So as we celebrate this heartwarming revelation, one thing is certain: the love story of Dylan Wang, Shen Yue, and their little girl isn't just a secret anymore. It's a living proof that true love, when real, never fades. It simply grows, quietly and beautifully, into family. And to everyone who's followed their journey from the beginning, make sure to stay subscribed, because if today's revelation is any sign, there are many more beautiful moments ahead for Dylan, Shen Yue, and their daughter. Their story is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning.